The Auckland Town Hall is one of the most magical venues, I think, in Auckland. When I arrived in New Zealand, I had just landed, and I think it was a couple months later that Lucinda Williams was playing here, and I loved her, but I couldn't afford a ticket, and I had a show coming up, probably at a really tiny little cafe somewhere, and I printed up a bunch of postcards with a picture of my album cover, and it said, "If you love Lucinda Williams, you might like," and then it had my picture on it, and I snuck into the foyer. You guys, I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this. I snuck into the foyer and handed them out to people and like put them in the ladies' toilets, and that was my first experience with the Auckland Town Hall. It's a pretty amazing journey, and the Town Hall is definitely a marker of that journey for me. The Town Hall definitely holds a lot of amazing memories for me. It's the first time I did a gig with Anika Moa. We did a kind of a fundraiser here. I performed for a friend who was the APPA choir of all the children, 500 kids, I think, and I came out and was one of her special guests. And recently we had an after party here after playing the anniversary of The Last Waltz with the band, and Garth Hudson from the band was part of the cast, and so they'd set up dinner on the stage, which was amazing. And as we were eating dinner, Garth Hudson walked up to the organ, and I mean, he's one of the most incredible organ players in the world, and started playing while we were eating dinner. It was a surreal moment that still feels very dreamlike, but what an amazing moment to have in the Town Hall. That's one of my favorite memories. I definitely think playing in a venue with so much history adds so much to your performance. Knowing the feet that have stood on this stage, the voices that have echoed off of these walls, knowing the Beatles played here in the 60s, you're playing the same room, you know, it's pretty magical. I grew up in a family band called the Neilsons, and it was my mom and my dad and my two brothers and I. I didn't realize at the time the incredible foundation that especially my father was giving to me, the legacy of music he was passing on to me. I lost my dad 3.5 years ago, and I just feel like everything that I do is building on that foundation that he laid and honoring his legacy.